Hello, I'm a culinary arts student, and today I will do restaurant service that includes setting a table and napkin folds. So let's jump right into this. First, I'm going to actually wipe down my table with a bleached cloth. I'm going to do the sides too. That's all in preference and what you all want to do. And then I'm going to do my tablecloth. And then I'm going to make sure each side is even or looks even to me. That looks perfect to me right now. So the first thing we're going to do is actually, this is our salad. So we're going to take that to the side. This is our service plate, so we're going to put that underneath the salad plate. And then the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to do silverware next. It's all your preference and what you actually want to do for silverware. So we're going to do the salad fork and dinner fork. We're going to line those up perfectly. I like to do that. You don't have to do that at all. We're going to put our napkin next. This is called the crown. That's going to be one of my demonstrations today for napkin folding. The next thing we're going to do is our spoons and our knives. We have the soup spoon, the teaspoon, and the dinner knife, and I'm going to line those right up. You'll see me moving silverware and the plates throughout the time because I think they need to look perfect and even. And I'm going to do the cake fork and dessert spoon next. Gonna line those right up. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing for the other side. You'll notice this will be mirroring each other because it's opposite of each other. So we'll put our napkin first, and then our salad fork, and then our dinner fork. And then we're going to line those two right up. And then the next thing we're going to do, exactly what we did on the other side, we are going to do our spoons and knives next. So we're going to do our soup spoon, our teaspoon, and our dinner knife. I'm going to move that right over because that doesn't look about in the middle. I'm going to reline that all up. Then we're going to line our spoons right up. Now that looks perfect to me right now, but I might change that later. The next thing we're going to do, oh, I forgot a step, but we'll come back to that later. The next thing we're going to do is bread plates and bread knives. We're going to put that right above the knives and the napkin. For reference, you can always do it diagonally into the plate, but I like to make it look diagonally into the tip of that knife. I think it looks better that way, but it's all personal preference to you all. And the next thing we're going to do for that table setting is I forgot my dessert. We're going to do our cake fork and our dessert spoon. Gonna flip that around. Nope. And then the next thing we're going to do is cups. For cups, we have a water glass and our red wine glass and our white wine glass. We're going to line those up a little bit. I'll probably move them later so I can put my coffee cup on. Usually they don't do that till dessert time, but I'm going to do that right now after I do my other cups. So like I said, we have our water cup. I usually like to line them up all evenly together. The next thing, like I said, I'm going to do is I'm going to do my my coffee cups. I'm going to take that off right there. I'm going to take the other one off. Gonna put that down right there. Gonna set that on. I'm gonna do the exact same thing for the other side. I'm just adjusting them just a little bit because I think they look off and look funny. And the next thing is our place cards. Set those right up. Now these are usually for the names of the guests, but tonight we shall not have any guests here. So that is our table setting. The next thing we're gonna jump into is our napkin folds. So our first napkin fold today will be the candle. The candle, you're gonna make it into a nice triangle, and then you're gonna press that down to make a nice firm line. And then you're gonna take the bottom and you're gonna flip it up a little bit. And then you're gonna press it down to make a nice firm line. And then after that, you're gonna flip it on over. And then you're gonna take this left one and you're gonna put it about in the middle of there, or you can go a little bit further. I like to go a little bit further. And then we're gonna put it this way so we can roll it on down to all the way down to there. As you can see at the little end of this, we're gonna actually tuck this in right there. So that will stay for the candle. And that is your candle. That is only one of them. Our next fold, napkin fold we're actually gonna do is called the crown. I did that for our table setting. So we're gonna fold it into a nice triangle. And then we're gonna estimate about the middle is where the points are. And then we're gonna fold that into a nice triangle right there. We're gonna do the exact same thing for the other side. You're gonna notice you want that into a little bit of a point. That's not too bad, but I'll show you what it should look like later. And then we're gonna actually flip that up. When you flip that up, you're gonna crease that right there. And then you're gonna go a little bit ways down, and then you're gonna flip that on over. And then you're gonna crease that, and then you're gonna flip this whole napkin over, and you're gonna put your left side in first, and then your right side. And you're gonna tuck that into right there, and then you're gonna stand that right up, gonna circle it on out. Well, mine fell apart, we're gonna tuck that up again. Instead of the right side we're tucking in, we're gonna tuck it into the, we're gonna tuck it into the right. Gonna make sure that's down. We're gonna turn that down. And that is our crown. The next napkin fold we're gonna do is called the bishop's hat. For that, we're gonna fold it on over like this. We're gonna crease it, and then we're gonna fold it over again. Well, I'm sorry, we're not gonna actually fold it on over. We're gonna take this side and we're gonna place it down in the middle, somewhere in the middle down here. We're gonna do the opposite side of that. We're gonna actually pull that on up right there. We're gonna crease that down, and then we're gonna flip this over. We're gonna crease that a little bit, and then we're gonna take this bottom part and we're gonna flip it over till the other top part, and then we're gonna crease that. And then we're gonna stick our finger right here and pull lightly to get this point out, and then we're gonna flip that on up. And then we're gonna flip this over just enough so it's not creasing like that, just enough so it is just a little. Then we're gonna crease that like that. And we're gonna bring this back down. And then we're gonna flip this whole thing over. And then we're gonna take our corner and we're gonna tuck it into this little spot right there. You can have it standing like that, but I'm actually gonna lay it down. The next one we're gonna do is actually, it's called the diamond. So it's kind of like the crown, not the crown, the bishop's hat. We're gonna fold it like that. We're gonna fold it again. And then for the diamond, we're actually gonna take this side and we're gonna match it to that side. And then we're gonna do it all over again, but instead of taking it to all that side, we're gonna take it down a little bit. And we're gonna do the exact same thing for all of them. And then we're gonna take this and flip it on over. And I'm gonna flip it so it makes a little diamond. And then we're gonna fold each sides into it. There we go. And you flip that back over and you have your diamond. The next one I'm going to do is called the rose. So you take one side and you estimate about the middle, a little bit less than the middle. And you want to get it to a perfect point right here, because that will come in effect later for this napkin fold. You're going to do the exact same thing with these two. It's going to be a little bit harder because these and these two corners need to meet, but that's okay. I'm going to make that, instead of doing it in a triangle, we're going to flip it over to a square, and then we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to make it try to make it a perfect point. Then we're going to do the exact same thing with these other two sides. With that side, it's not very perfect for a point, but that's okay. It takes a little bit of practice, and I practice a lot, but it'll be okay. And then we're gonna flip that on over, and then we're gonna do the exact same thing. And try to get perfect points right here, but that won't because of the edges, and that's very much okay. And then we're gonna go underneath the petals and we're gonna pull out a little bit of the napkin for each side. Then you can put whatever cup you want in the middle of this. I'm going to put a coffee cup there. That's your rose. The next one we're gonna do is called the basic silverware fold. For this one, you're gonna fold it in half, and then you're gonna fold it in half the other way. And then you're gonna take these two corners and you're gonna fold them this way to make a nice triangle. And then you're gonna flip this over. And then you're gonna take this and fold it on over. You're gonna do the exact same thing to the other side. And once you got that all done, you're gonna flip this back over, and that's your basic silverware one. And the next one we are going to do, we're going to oh boy. Then we're gonna do the pyramid. I'm sorry for the wait. My mind went blank for a second. I'm so sorry for that. And then we're gonna actually find the middle, exactly the middle. And then we're gonna fold that end right there. Then we're gonna fold that end right there. Then we're gonna crease those. And then we're gonna actually flip that on over. We're gonna crease that a little bit. And then we're gonna fold that on like that. And then you're gonna grab the center of it with your finger and pull on up. And you're gonna adjust that a little bit to make it a little bit of point. And that is your pyramid. last but not least, we are going to do we're going to do the tie. For this one, you're going to have it diagonally, and you're going to fold it this way, just enough so it would make a point, and then you're going to crease it, and then you're going to do the exact same thing the other way, for the other side. And you're going to crease that, and then you're going to do the exact same thing with both sides again to make that a nice point. Then you're going to do the exact same thing with the other point. I'm going to turn it sideways so I can actually get a good grip on it. Going to crease that down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger along the way a little bit, and then I'm going to fold that on over. And then I'm going to flip it on over, and then I'm going to roll this so it looks like a tie on the top. And then we're going to tuck this end, this little end, underneath the tie so it'll actually stay. So you have your tie, your rose, your basic silverware, your diamond, your bishop's hat, your crown, your candle, and your pyramid. That is all the napkin folds I have for today. Thank you.